Outlook Podcast. We're here at the Outlook Podcast. Just because we're here, we're talking to cool people.
Oh my god.
What?
Throat sports.
Dude. Oh. All right. Hey guys, welcome back to the Outlook Industries podcast. What? You still think about throat sports? Whoa, go back. What were we talking about?
Beatboxing, aka throat sports.
Oh my god.
Throat sports. New at Woodward West.
Oh my god.
Imagine, like, and Shelby's the leader of it. He's just like, "Sup, guys, we're gonna do beatboxing."
Add a beatboxing program. Let's go. Oh my god. Well, welcome, Dylan.
Good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Well, first off, let's just kind of like give an introduction of who you are, what you do, that kind of thing.
My name is Dylan Zdon.
Nice.
I'm from Minnesota, recently living in San Diego, and among many other things, I like to skateboard.
Yes, he's a great skateboarder.
I would consider that my passion.
One of your passions. I've seen many passions.
I like to diddle with a lot of things. It's fun. It's like, the world could be so boring, you know? Like, even when I skate, like, it's like, there's street skaters, there's flat ground skater, rails, vert, like, there's so many different things, but, like, I'm not that good at, you know, like, one particular thing, but I can comfortably skate everything, you know? If you throw me a flat ground, I can beat some fools. Yeah. If you put me on a rail, I can do some tricks. Like, I've been learning vert. I just got inverts. So, like.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy. I did actually see that clip.
That one was like, that was a weird one. Or not weird, but just like, wow. Because my dad skated. Yeah.
Different than a lot of other, like, things that you'd be doing on skateboard, I feel like.
It's like, it is like a fully new technique because you have to use your hands. You have to float up. And not only are you coming up, but then you have to throw your body into the ramp.
Yeah. That's so weird.
Oh, it's so fun, though. I'm on 5 right now. I'm trying to, every time I skate, I want to get 1 at least.
Yeah.
And now that I'm at 5, I want to do 2 a time. Just so I
How long have you been working on vert skating?
October.
Okay.
So, like, coming up on, like, I don't know the month, like, but, like, 7 months or something. But it was, like, something where, it's called Ramona. It's out in the desert of California, like, outskirts of San Diego.
Gotcha.
There's a ramp called, like, the Ramona ramp. And it's, like, all the skeleton key homies just, like, oh, I love those fools. They helped me out a lot. Like,
gotcha.
I slept in a little shack there, you know. We would like kick it there heavy, and we just touched this ramp. But they would do Tuesday sessions, so I would came with my homie Bryson first. Bryson, he showed me like the ropes, you know, the Ramona ropes.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And then I would kick it for a while because I was still hurt.
Yeah.
And then I started just kind of skating it, just dropping in and pumping. And then I'd go like once a week and kind of mess around.
Yeah.
But like legitimately skating vert, I would consider like, I don't want to say 2 months because that's way too like not.
Yeah.
I'd say a solid 5 months.
Oh,
but, like
okay.
on and off, very off, but on and off, you know.
Gotcha.
Just like very random spurts because there's not like a vert ramp that I go
It's
to.
hard to find vert ramps now.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. It's like, then there's like 2 here. Like, it's wild.
Exactly.
So you like have to learn when you have
I've been
them.
slacking, dude.
Yeah.
Like there's 2 perfect vert ramps here, and I've been doing good. Like I learned front side airs, back side airs, inverts. Like I'm getting more comfortable, but I'm not using it to the potential I would like to be. That's one thing I want to work on with myself is like I have a lot of plans and I have a lot of things that I would love to do. Like I want to skate vert an hour a day. I need to do it every day. You know, like I want to stretch more so I can heal. I need to do it.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I'll get into this mindset, like I'm trying to heal my ankle and it's going, but then I just slowly fade away and then I'm like, oh, dude, when did I like stop, you know?
When it stops like hurting so bad, then you like forget about it, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I have been taking some lion's mane mushrooms.
Okay.
And it hasn't been one of those things where I'm like, whoa, you know, like,
but
it helps with regrowing memory and like nerve endings and synapses, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And the sheath around it.
Yeah.
So that has definitely like, because I had that fall I was talking about.
Yes. Right.
I had 2 seizures. So
oh, no way. Wait. Go back. Explain this fall.
Okay. So in San Diego, there's I wouldn't call it massive, but it's pretty big, you know?
Yeah.
It was a sketchy hill, like cracks and all this stuff.
Like they are there. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I kickflipped into it. Like normally the people skate, there's like a sidewalk bump and then it goes into the hill and they go off it.
Yeah.
But I just straight sent it off the road and kickflipped like as far as I could.
Wow.
Bombed it and I landed it.
Yeah.
But then I went back like a week later, but I was with like you know, kind of like the Slappies crew. So I was like, oh, you know, like with the boys and they're like, let's go check out the hill, you know, like, and I like just got introduced, not like starting to skate with the Slappies crew.
Gotcha.
So I'm like,
okay,
trying to prove my own, trying to like just like, you know, like, oh yeah, you know, I did this and stuff.
Yeah.
And we go there and I forget to tighten my trucks.
No way.
And I got some loosey-goosey aces on right now, dude. And I'm going, and I don't remember any of it. Like, there's like 6 hours that day that are just straight black.
Wow.
And like the rest of it's just like weird memories that I don't remember.
Yeah.
But like just out of nowhere, just in the hospital.
Whoa.
Like in a room, in a gown, on FaceTime with my parents. So what had happened is I didn't tighten my trucks. The two fools, Tate Crew and Keegan Palmer, went down the hill, and there's like a group of like 15 people there.
Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah.
I thought there was like 4 people there the whole day because I had no idea.
Really?
Because a lot of them I met for the first time that day. I actually met Bryson that day, like one of my big homies. Dude.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, got smoked. Like speed wobbles down the whole thing, and like right at the bottom of the like thing, just like swooped out, and I had a speaker in my hand and shit. Like went down and just like smoked my head, rolled, and then like came back and hit my head again.
Oh no.
And I guess I was out for a bit. Kind of got up, trying to like, okay, I can get up. And when I tried to stand up, I like started like seizing.
No way.
Tried getting up, and then I seized again or something. And then the homie rushed me to the hospital, and it was fucked. It was COVID times. So like he couldn't come in with me. He just like had to hand me off to the hospital, you know? Like they're like, dude, you can't come in. He's like, dude, I almost watched my homie like die.
Yeah.
Like, and they wouldn't let him in. So not a fan of COVID, but
yeah.
So then I was in there. Don't remember any of this. Fully black. I was on a 5-minute attention span at that point, like just looping.
Oh no.
I was on FaceTime with my parents this whole time, like no idea. And then I woke up, like literally just I was there.
Were you like already awake when you woke up?
Or it was great. Yeah, 'cause I'd been awake for hours.
Yeah.
6 hours from the slam. Like I don't remember anything. So like 30 to 40 minutes before the slam, the black started. Before that, it's just like it felt like a dream.
Oh,
like
gotcha.
My homie showed me pictures, and I was like, why do I remember this? You know?
Yeah, gotcha.
And then it went the slam, getting to the hospital, taking X-rays, CAT scans, MRI, talking to my parents. They did surgery on my finger because my fingernail like ripped off.
Jeez.
And then boom, just like in an instant. I was on my parents like, whoa, where am I?
Yeah.
What happened? I didn't loosen my trucks. Damn, I'm an idiot or something. And like, oh man, I love Ed because Eduardo. I love Eduardo, dude. That is my homie. He saved my life, like more than just that time.
He's the one who rushed you to the hospital?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Because some other shit would happen with my car, and I had no money, so he like really took care of me. Like that man for sure was one of my angels that saved me.
Awesome.
But yeah, like those 5 questions. I was on. It was weird because I was on the phone with my parents. And I was like, well, they're like, yeah, you know, you've been saying this for like. They've been on the phone for like an hour and a half, dude.
Oh my gosh! And you were just there asking the same questions.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you've been here for like saying the same thing, you know, like we're just here talking with you. And then I was like, oh, you know, like they're like, and then I just like literally my memory just went from there, like since then. And I've had like
just like started, and then,
like some short-term memory problems, but like literally from there it just came back in.
That's wild.
And I was in the hospital for 2 days. One night I had to, and then just dealing with it. Yeah. The doctors told me I had a pulled muscle in my back and a concussion. And I went for like a month because I had to buy a new car. So I wasn't my fried ass. Like with all this like disbobulation going on in my head. I'm like, oh, I'm not skating, so I don't need to eat, right? So I was eating like a sandwich or 2 a day.
Wow.
Like lost all my muscle. My posture was out of whack. Just sitting on the couch. And like I never really smoked a lot. Yeah. But at this time I was like in a weird... Like, I see myself as a very happy person, but I was in, like, a weird depressive state. Not where I, like, didn't like myself or, like, anything like that, but I was just like, oh, I can't skate. Like,
you're just,
whatever.
like, bummed.
Like, yeah, exactly. So I was just like, oh, just, like, get high and, like, do whatever. Yeah. So for a little bit, I smoked, but nothing crazy. Nothing out of the ordinary. Like, it was, like, maybe like 3 times a week, which was a lot for me.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Shit, it might have been more than that. I don't even really remember, but like,
No, you're good.
I threw everything off, dude.
Yeah.
Like my years and years of skating, just like I got hurt, but I didn't really like get hurt to the point where I couldn't skate, and I just threw everything out. Like I was at my place in California.
So did your doctor say you couldn't skate?
So they told me pulled muscle in my back, concussion. Take it easy, you'll heal up.
Yeah.
Go a month. No eating, no exercise, like nothing really.
Yeah, just chill.
And then I go into this, I call him the wizard, dude. He is my chiropractor for life. I trust this man with everything. He's wizard, dude.
Yeah.
I go in, I'm talking to my dad's homie who skates. His name is Greg Witt.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, talk to this guy. His name is Dr. Bowser. He's in Laguna Niguel.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, go check him out. He's my chiropractor. He'll help you. And he gives this discount to skaters because he skates too. Like this man works on like Caballero, Tony Hawk, like gnarly fools.
Yeah.
Worked on my homie Darren one time.
Yeah.
And I go there and he has this crazy technique where he doesn't like touch on anything. He asks your body questions. So I don't know how he does it, but his grandpa invented this technique.
Yeah.
Where he asks your body questions because your brain knows everything.
Yeah.
It was there. It experienced it. It knows.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes. He's like, yeah, no, I'll figure it out. My hip was dislocated because I thought that I had a hip bruise, but nothing was swelling, nothing. My hip was popped out. I had 5 dislocated ribs, so they were like out of the spine cage, like where it connects.
Yeah.
And then my head, like where the jigsaw pieces connect, the top one was jammed together. This side one was popped out, and this one was popped in. So my brain could only breathe to 85% capacity.
Oh,
so
geez.
like I was like on this thing like where like my brain was not fully functioning through that entire month.
Wow.
And then he goes, all right, you're going to get tired, like I'm going to crack it back in. He did all this stuff, and then he gets to the head, and he told me that. He's like, you might get a little tired. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll get a yawn. Dude, he cracked it, and I just like, all my energy.
Just, whoa.
Because he said all my adrenaline was flowing for so long, for a full month, trying to like keep up with that extra 15% that wasn't going right.
Yeah.
That it finally just got a break. And I was so tired.
Oh my God.
I was like, yeah, dude, you're driving, you're tired, pull over on the road, take a nap. Like, don't chance it. But I made home safe and everything, so that was good. But Dr. Bowser, he another one of those fools, saved my life. And I've been back to him a couple times. Like, he helps me out, and he's one of those, like, best dude. Like, he's not there just, like, crack you. Yeah. And then be like, okay, you go on with your day, and then it goes back. And so you come back to him, He's there to help you. He's there to progress your health, He's not there for the money. Yeah. Yeah, and, like, he'll check you out, and if nothing's wrong or he can't do anything, like, if you have a broken leg, he can't fix that. Yeah. He'll check you out, and he's like, oh, I can't do anything. Sorry, but I'm not going to make you pay for it. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
So he's an amazing person. I love that man.
When did you start going to, like, a chiropractor? Because that, like, I've never gone.
No, it's weird because that's one of those sketchy things where you can get a really good one or a really bad one. Yeah. And I lucked out and got a good one. But it was literally, I fell August 13th, and I think it was, like, maybe September that I went.
So, like, just recently.
Yeah, within
this last like year.
Yeah, I've never gone to chiropractor before. I've never really had many like issues. Like I've sprained my ankles just from skating and stuff, but like I've never been like seriously hurt.
Yeah.
So it was weird.
Yeah. So you like had no injuries, but major injuries before.
Yeah. I have like broken bones and stuff like that, but you can still skate with a broken wrist. Like,
yeah, but not like head stuff. Head stuff sketch.
Concussions for sure. Yeah. But like not to the point where I'm like I've been in the dark room for like 3 days because my migraines are so bad I can't like move. But like,
oh wow, yeah.
The seizure was weird because it cut my short-term memory was weird. Like names were so hard for me.
Oh, I'm sure.
I couldn't do, and part of it I think was me also telling myself like just the fact because your mind is so powerful. Yeah. So if you believe something, it's true. Manifestation, like your mind is insane. Yeah. So like I kept telling myself like, oh, I have bad short-term memory because of fall, and I feel like that definitely had part seizure, part that just combined together. Yeah. But like names and like weird little things, like really hard for me. Which something that the lion's mane has like really helped me with. I've kind of like noticed little things where I'm like, oh, okay, like that normally doesn't snap for me. Yeah. So.
Is that one of those like what kind of mushroom is that?
It's called lion's mane.
Okay.
It's just so fungi in general was the first thing to inhabit this earth, like with like mycelium and all that. Yeah. And lion's mane is just a strain of fungi.
Okay, yeah.
But what it like, just like how,
Because I've heard that they have like lion's mane like tea and stuff.
yeah.
Is that
yeah.
what you're?
I just
taking?
take little capsules off
Okay.
a thing called Host Defense by this guy, Paul Stamos, I believe his name is.
Gotcha.
Super amazing, like fungi scientist.
Yeah.
Learned a lot from him, watched on with Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah.
But like just through that, like it was just like, okay, you know, like I already am really interested in mushrooms.
Yeah.
Just like with how, like all the way from like the fact that they're the first thing on this earth to like why the psychedelics parts.
Yeah.
Like why is this here?
Yeah, I don't.
Like,
That's
what does it
so
do?
weird. Yeah.
And I'm definitely, I like to say I'm one with the universe, you know? Like,
yeah,
I like,
for sure.
I'm trying to get more in tune with my spiritual body and stuff like that. So that has been a very helpful part in it.
Yeah.
And just like exploring my mind and like meditation, yoga, stuff like that that was actually like when I started healing.
Really?
Stretching and stuff, dude. Yoga.
Yeah, yoga's awesome, dude. It blows my mind, dude.
And it's so much more than everything's just like, okay, you know, like, oh, we go here, like downward dog, like stick your butt out. No, it's about breathing. It's about moving your body. It's about opening up. It's about like a hip opener, like sitting in I believe it's like a frog where your like legs are out and your hips are burning. If you let it go, it actually releases emotions. Like, cause your emotion builds up in your hips.
Yeah.
So there's so much deeper meaning to yoga.
Yeah.
And I'm so bad with keeping up, you know? Like,
yeah, for sure.
I have
it's
no
hard.
idea. Yeah.
It's hard to dedicate the time to like everything that you want to.
I know. And it's like, that's one of those things where I like, you can't be perfect.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
you can work on it.
I went to like a sunrise yoga class that we had for free at school for like, it was like every other day, like all week. Oh my gosh.
You just feel so good.
It's so good, dude. I would get up and I'd be energized all day from that.
For real.
It's wild.
Because you're warmed up, you know, you're there. You're like full range
it
of
does
motion.
something weird, dude. It does.
It's beautiful.
I want to
love
get
it.
more into yoga and meditation and that kind of stuff. Have you done the Wim Hof breathing method?
No, what is that?
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Like the
Whoa.
Iceman guy.
Oh, okay. I've
So
background knowledge heard of it, but
yeah,
not.
he like climbed Everest in his underwear. Like this guy's wild.
Oh, like heat breathing?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
sick.
Yeah, so he did that kind of stuff. It's such an aggressive breathing technique, but it makes you feel like you're floating. It is the weirdest thing in the world. Like just from
Whoa,
breathing,
sick.
it like brings on this weird like high almost.
Yeah.
And you can hold like you do these like really aggressive breaths and then you hold your breath. And by the end you do it like 3 or 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
By the end you're holding your breath comfortably for like 4 or 5 minutes.
Wow.
It's
Dude,
crazy.
Breathing is like something I've also learned from the homie Darren Navarrete.
Yeah.
Breathing is one of the most important tools that the human race has forgot how to do.
Yes, it is.
Like, let alone mouth breathing, but like just breathing through your nose, like breathing techniques, like you can unlock, like, dude, there's a way to literally like trip, like hallucinate just from breathing.
Yeah, I know.
Like there's so much on a scale of it. Like the biggest thing, like I've been teaching the campers how to meditate, and the first thing we do is breathe.
Yeah.
Like it's in natural rhythm, in through out through your nose, getting deeper and deeper, and then it's as much as you can, hold it, and then out through your mouth. Because it goes all the way up, it fills yourself, and then you let it all out, and it just slows the heart rate, and it calms the mind. Because the breath is one of the most important tools that we have to staying with the present.
It is.
Because if you can take, like if you're thinking about, if you're angry, if you're sad, if you're like, whatever emotions or anything comes up, and you just focus and you take one deep conscious breath, it just brings you all right back into now.
Yeah.
And it's a tool that I haven't used as much as I'd like, but
yeah, I feel that.
I'd like to do.
Where like there's a lot to learn about like breathing, because it's one of those things. It's like as we've like evolved, it's like we become more like mouth breathers, and like it's weird because if you breathe through your nose, like your mouth breathing should be like an extra gear.
Exactly.
So you should always be breathing through your nose unless you're like really exerting yourself.
Like animals do not breathe through their mouth, only when they are in fight or flight. Like literally, they have it down to only when it's fight or flight.
Yeah.
So we've lost that touch, you know? Like
And then we're over here like,
yeah, like in math class. Like
yeah, exactly. Just chilling there, sitting there playing Call of Duty, just
dude, for real. All these little kids on their phones, like shit, yeah.
That's actually like, I did choir for a long time, and that's one of the things
cool.
that choir really taught me was like breath support and just
Okay,
like
yeah.
breathing and the importance of breathing. So that was before I even got into all like the like meditation and like yoga, because yoga's wild because it's so focused on breathing.
Yeah.
Like people think it's focused on like the movements. No. It's breathing.
It's about going into them and then using the breath to actually like
To transition.
When you're like in a move and then you breathe deep and you can feel the stretch like twice as much, and then you let it go and then you go further and you breathe and it just stretches, and then it just like
Yeah.
it's the inner moments, you know? Like,
Yeah.
It's everything.
Yeah. You play guitar, right? You've been
Yeah,
working
I like
on
to
it.
play around.
Yeah.
It's fun.
When did you get into that? Like how long have you been doing that?
Senior year of high school, my schedule's all messed up, so I had guitar 1, and then I had a bunch of independent studies, so I took guitar 2.
Gotcha.
So, when was it? High school? Like 2 years ago, maybe 3.
How old are you?
21.
Okay, yeah. So did you graduate in 18?
19.
19? Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So like 2 years now.
Okay.
Well, like 2.5 now, because I started in the beginning of the school year.
Okay,
So-
yeah.
Yeah, like 2.5 years on and off. Like definitely trying to like, I don't know. I just like to play around. It's fun because it's one of those things where I love to do, but I haven't found the like deep driving passion, you know. So like,
Yeah.
I love to play, but it's not something I like. Go play guitar, which is
Yeah.
something I'd like to get to.
Yeah.
But just right now with where I am, you know,
Yeah, for sure.
it's definitely like oh, dude. Like,
Well,
especially
you-
at camp, like I can just come here and play.
Well, yeah, even to be able to be at camp and find some time to come and play is like awesome.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to find time here
Yeah.
for yourself.
Especially when you're in the great, like, dude.
Yeah.
Doing what you love, you know?
Yeah,
So,
exactly. You have all the greatest
Yeah.
opportunities for progression that there are, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, I don't know, where are you from again?
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
A little
Okay.
town called, well, it's 5,000 people.
Okay.
It's called Isani, Cambridge. But I was born in Minneapolis. Moved down when I
Okay.
was younger, but I claim Minneapolis just because
Oh, gotcha.
I kind of grew up there. So skating, no, I was in like a little country town, like farm town, corn.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no one really skated. There's, you know, I started with the original homies. They skated, and then every kind of dwindled out, you know. And
Yep.
then come around middle school, no one really skated anymore.
Yeah.
So my dad, who also skated and helped build like third layer skate park.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and then just like a ton of like, he's like the low key homie, you know, the Minnesota scene, you know.
Yeah.
And he rips. I wish he'd skate more, but
Yeah.
he would drive me down to the cities all the time. Like it was an hour down to the Minneapolis.
Yeah, okay.
So he'd drive me down. Like in the summer, I'd go do skate camp just because I'd wake up like 5:30 in the morning. I'd drive with him to work. He'd drop me off. I'd go like sweep the park, you know. I'd go
Wow,
like
yeah.
clean everything because I was there an hour early.
Yeah.
And like luckily because my dad and third layer, they helped me out so much. That was my home. You know, they let me
Yeah.
skate for free because of what my dad did, and I'm so grateful for that. You know, like that was
Yeah.
my way out of a lot of things. Like I
Yeah.
didn't even like start with drugs or alcohol or any of that because I was with a younger crew, but like I just skated. That's all
Yeah.
I wanted to do.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Yeah, and I still to this day, alcohol is a poison.
It
I want
is.
that to be known. Like, it's bad, you know.
That kind of makes me think, like, because the alcohol thing, it's like, why is weed illegal when we let alcohol be legal?
Well, let's just say government. No.
Yeah, right.
Well, the war on drugs, like
Yeah,
that was
it
a
really
big
is.
push. That was started around like late 60s, right when the summer of love, hippies, all that, like civil
Yeah.
rights movements. And it was like a direct quote. I don't want to say that because I don't know for sure. Like I'm not 100% on it, but it was mainly started to be able to like intrude the hippie and black communities.
Yeah.
So like because the hippie was LSD like testing and stuff.
Yeah.
And the black community's marijuana.
Yeah.
So it went with that, and it was a Schedule 1 drug, which is supposed to be the most addictive, the most harmful drug there possibly is.
Yeah.
Marijuana is addictive.
Yes.
But it's not a physically addictive, like where you like
Chemically.
I
It's not like,
need it.
yeah, it's not like a chemically it's not like chemical properties is not addiction.
Exactly.
Compared to like opiates and other things
Yeah,
that
which
attack.
is all made by pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah,
who
exactly.
run-
That you can go get at the pharmacy.
Exactly.
Which is weird.
Really sketchy.
Yeah, it
you
is
know?
really sketchy.
But marijuana, but it can be mentally addictive.
Yeah.
Which is one of those things where people like the younger kids get caught up in that. They're like, oh, it's not addictive. But like when you think about it,
It's still habit
if you get high every single time you watch a movie,
Yeah.
when you watch a movie sober, it's not going to be good.
Yeah, exactly.
So it gives you that boost. But if you're always on a boost, when you come down, it doesn't work functionally. You know,
Yeah.
you're not there.
Well, I'm worried about the kids who are like in development that get into it. So like their brains are still developing. So like if you're smoking every day, or like the big thing is like nicotine.
Oh,
These vapes,
nicotine's
dude.
even worse.
It is so bad because like people are like, oh, it's not like that big of a deal. But people like these kids that are coming up that are like just graduating from high school are so hopelessly addicted
Oh my gosh.
that there's
dude,
nothing they can do.
They hit it in the middle of class.
I know.
Like they're like, it's not like,
First
oh,
thing-
I'm either going to get in trouble or hit it. They're like, oh, dude, fuck it. I'm just going to like hit it all day. And it's not like a cigarette where you can like pull a drag, you know, like you can hit it like 500 times in a day.
Yeah.
And you can just do it all the time. You just refill it. And with the disposables, you just get a new one, you know? Like,
Exactly.
so easy and accessible.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like, I know, like, I'm from a little hick town. Like, all there is to do is, like, stupid drugs and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
Dude, I know 12-year-olds that are fully, not just hitting vapes, but are addicted.
Yeah. I know.
12.
Oh my. Yeah.
Dude, that's 7th grade.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Like, that, I think I smoked weed for the first time, like, 7th grade. And I was just like, oh my gosh, you know, like kids are so overexposed to everything with the internet and phones and stuff. Like, it's crazy what they know.
And it's so accessible nowadays. I don't know what.
Oh, it's so easy.
It's so easy.
Just take
Yeah,
your
it's
mom's
everywhere.
vape.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're on it too. Like,
everybody's on it. And we were like, just to think, like, back in like 2010 or whatever, before Juuls came out, they were like, oh, like, we're basically kicking cigarettes.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, all these vapes come out, and
they
then
swooped under.
and they swooped under, and they're like, oh, look at these flavors or whatever.
Yeah.
And then all the kids are like, oh, they came out with zero nick vape juices. You remember that? And then all the
So
kids are
burnt,
like,
dude.
I'm just gonna get that.
Yeah, it was for all the fools like doing all the vape tricks and stuff.
Yeah,
Those fat ass
exactly.
mods. You know,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
They're not trying to get buzzed off their mind when they're hitting fat clouds. Like,
Yeah.
I remember my first vape, dude. Me
Yeah.
and my homies, we bought like this little mini pen, like right when they were starting.
Yeah.
It had a swizzle tip, and it was like, whoa, dude, it's so badass, you know?
Yeah.
And then we thought we were gonna get caught. I was like, dude, fuck this. And one of my homies like threw it away, and
Yeah.
ever since then, that was like kind of like the start of like. I got turned off on it, you know? I was
Yeah.
like, dude, it's burnt, you know? I have to hide it. It's all sketchy. I'm not supposed
Yeah.
to be doing this. Like, why am I doing it?
Doing those things doesn't feel good.
No,
Ever.
it's for a reason.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. You have that mental, like that thing in your head that says, this is kind of weird or kind of
Yeah.
sketch. That's like, that should be your key to like, no, don't do it.
It's like, I don't want to say it with nicotine and alcohol because
Yeah.
I don't think anyone should ever do it.
yeah.
But like experiment, you know, try your things, whether it's a sport or like,
Oh, yeah.
with sorry, dude, my feet are like,
No, you're good.
with marijuana and mushrooms, speaking psychedelically, because
Yeah.
there's many of mushrooms that are extremely beneficial and not illegal.
Yeah.
Experiment.
Yeah.
Because those aren't like I don't believe in the Christian like Judeo God.
Yeah,
I believe
yeah.
more in like the sense of the universe.
Uh-huh.
But speaking broadly, like God, the earth, the universe gave us these tools.
Yeah.
I see it as a tool. So like
Yeah.
when all the homies are out smoking, I do not smoke. I
Yeah.
use it for special occasions. Very like I see
It's a tool. It's not for your enjoyment.
exactly. It's
Yeah.
not something that you just openly do.
Yeah.
So I see marijuana as a tool, as a communicative thing, because like, dude, like when you're all high together, you get on that level, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
It's like it's something, and I feel like I've been blessed with the ability to pick up energies and stuff like that. So I've been in many rooms where people are drunk, people are high, and I'm perfectly fine not doing it because
Mm-hmm.
when they feel that openness that they need, like the alcohol to open up or the weed to like mellow out,
Yeah.
I can get to that level just
Without
by
it.
being
Around
around it, you know?
Yeah, I'm totally actually the same way.
So
And
it's nice.
My sister is more than I am. She's way more spiritual than I am, but I
Okay.
picked up a lot from her.
Yeah.
But it's like there's this weird thing where like I don't know why they make psychedelics illegal because they're so much a tool and they're not an upper typically. You can have a good time or a bad time depending on your mood. It really reflects how like your mood is. So it's like, I don't know.
They don't want you to have that
That
upper
I know.
knowledge, you know?
I know.
Because
That's how it feels.
so Wes Kramer, Darren Everett, two amazing, like, greatest skaters I know. Like,
Yeah.
like, honestly, like, Darren Everett from Minnesota, knew my dad skating, so I always knew about him. And then I met him just, like, naturally through skating in San Diego.
Gotcha.
Wes Kramer, Sodi, little skater of the year stands for, like, literally all time. So gnarly.
Yeah.
Like, he loves to party and skate. That's what he does, and I respect that so much because he's found that thing in his life. Like, I don't love that he loves to drink and smoke all the time, but you know what?
Yeah.
If he's happy, it's all, at the end of the day, it's what matters, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But they looked out for me, you know? Like, especially when I was hurt and, like, coming back into it.
Yeah.
I started kind of, like, drinking a little bit, nothing crazy, you know, like a couple beers, like, smoking. Like, I got to the point where I started not smoking tobacco at all, like a spliff. I would just smoke straight weed.
Yeah.
And then I, like, hit it, and then it was to the point where I'd hit it every single time. And I realized, I was like, okay, this has gotten out of hand.
Yes.
And they are big, because, dude, they're amazing skaters. They're legends, you know?
Yeah.
And they've helped me. They're like, dude, you don't need this. You know, like, we like you just fine, you know, when you're not on it, you know, and you can kick it without it. So why do it?
Yeah.
So they were a big influence. Like, I would hang out, and they would, all these older, like, skaters and legends and stuff were getting shitty around me.
Yeah.
And I'm just, like, sitting there just sober, you know, like, just kicking it, though, still having a great time and partying and, like, doing everything you could still do, but I'm just not intoxicated.
Yeah.
So if anyone needed a ride to the gas station, if anyone needed a beer run, like, I was there.
Yeah.
You know? And it was always like, oh, I'm going to go. I'm like, no, like, let me go. I'm fucking sober. Like, mine as well. You know? So I like being the safety card.
Yeah.
Because if I can look out for my homies, then, you know, who else is gonna?
Does that ever make you feel, like, used?
No, not at all. Because they're my friends.
Yeah.
You know, I see them as my dear to God friends, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they're not there to be like, oh, I'll make Dylan do it because he's sober. It's not like, hey, can you do this for us? Wes Kramer, not a skater I know. Most humble person I've ever met in my life. He'll tell you he's not good at skating.
Really?
He'll tell you he's all right at skating.
Yeah.
Like, he can do any trick ever imaginable, ever possible. He is so damn good.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, yeah, I'm all right. He's so humble, and he's just so kind, and I strive for that. Alexis Ramirez, another amazing person, so talented.
Yeah.
Skate Mafia for life, dude. Super humble.
Yeah.
Like, amazing person. I strive to be like that, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like, I'd go to their house. I'd go mainly to Wes's house called Stoops.
Yeah.
And I'd kick it there. And at first, you know, it's kind of weird, like, turning it down. Not weird, but I was like, yeah, I'll turn it down, you know?
Yeah.
But it got to the point where I could do it easily because I had them watching over me. Like, I'd look, I'd have it, and I'd see Darren, I'd see Wes, I'd be like, I'm right.
Yeah.
You know, like, but, like, it's never like no, I don't smoke, I'm sober. It's I'm all right, thank you.
I'm okay. Yeah, thank you.
know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
for
respectful.
sure.
And people think, they're like, oh, if you turn down weed, people are going to call you pussy, like, peer pressure. Like, if you're respectful, they're respectful. You'd be like, no,
Yeah.
I'm good. Like,
I'm good.
you gotta be like, no, fuck that. Drugs are for thugs. You
Yeah,
know? Like,
exactly.
like,
Yeah.
no, all right. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's plenty fine to say no.
Yeah.
It's not say no. It's, no, I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. It's
You
just
know?
like, just let them know, like, I don't want to do it today. I'm okay.
Yeah. No.
And then everyone's chilling.
And, like, I still, mushrooms. So, sense of community. But mushrooms, I love mushrooms.
Yeah.
Like, that's definitely one of those things that I've, like, I love to tap into that I haven't
Yeah.
many times because it's very, very spiritual.
Yes.
So that's not something you just play with.
No.
But like when
it's dangerous.
Yeah, with weed, it's definitely more of like a tool / special occasions. Like it was Malcolm's birthday.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, hit. I was like, fuck yeah, you know, it's not my birthday. Like, it's not gonna hurt me to be high at night. You know, just kick it with the homies.
Yeah, exactly.
So when it comes down to something like that, I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'll smoke the spliff, dude. I'll get fucking private, guys. Like, for a reason, you know?
Yeah,
Like, you gotta
exactly.
take
Not
it,
just
and
because.
you gotta think like, why am I doing this? Am I doing it to get high?
Yeah.
Or am I doing it for something?
Yes.
You know? And
yeah.
I was doing it for my boy Malk that night. Yeah. It was an amazing night, dude. Like, it was awesome. And I could have caked it over, but you know what? I chose on my own will to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was awesome, you know?
Yeah.
And I can perfectly turn it down the next day.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I kind of have a question for you. Where do you think you'll be in like 10 years? This is really off topic, but
after Woodward, dude.
yeah.
I love that question, but I hate it because
yes, I know.
It's one of those things where you want to project into the future, but you just can't. Like,
but you just like
okay,
completely. If like you could be completely wrong.
Okay,
But where would you want to be in 10 years?
just straight mountains.
Yeah.
like rugging it. But it was weird because that question was always be a pro skater.
Yeah.
Like, be the top pro, like all this stuff. And like Darren once told me, he goes, I think you might make it. You might be a pro.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're going to do it for life. Like there's people who go pro and they like still like being pro has been my goal for my whole life. Like since I was like 10, since I started skating.
Gotcha.
But the more I skate and the more people I meet, the more I realize like now I still want to go pro because that's just been my dream. Like I want to be able to say that I did it.
You want to check that box, basically.
Exactly. But I don't want to stay pro.
Yeah.
I want to do it and still I'll skate for the rest of my life if I physically am able to.
It's like get that SIG board, get that pro graphic, and then you're like hang it on your wall, and then you can move on to the next
do
thing.
it, and I'll still skate.
Yeah, you'll still.
Cause dude, I love it.
Yeah.
And who knows if I'll rip or not? Like maybe I'll just skate slappies, like do curbs for the rest of my life. But
yeah,
like I will still skate. But I want to go pro. I'd love to be a professional skateboarder, and then I'd love to move on. Like I want to. 10 years. I want to be hopefully teaching at a high level of spiritual ability.
Yeah.
I would like to be completely disconnected from the materialistic, technological world.
Yeah.
And living a happy life.
Have you read the Tao Te Ching?
No.
It is a great book. It's by Lao Tzu.
Okay.
It's rooted way back in the beginning of Taoism.
Okay. Yeah.
It is a phenomenal book. It's just a
Really?
bunch of little, it's not even long, a bunch of little like poems almost.
Ooh.
But they're very, very deep. And they're like,
really like
you can take them so many different ways. And I just like, it's so good to just sit down and like look at one poem for like 10, 15 minutes and just try to pick everything out. Because there's so much in it.
Because
It's all like this wisdom from ancient China. So it's like
comes
insane.
to you know, like how you take it, how you interpret it.
Yeah.
That, what is it called?
I took the Tao Te Ching.
The Tao Te Ching. All right.
Yep,
Cool.
by Lao Tzu. And it is, they have a bunch of English translations to it because it was obviously written
Yeah.
in Mandarin. But it, like, I learned about it in my philosophy class that I took.
Okay.
And it has just, I just got it and I've been reading it and I love it. So, like,
Sick.
I think you would totally dig it. So,
I've been reading, I'm like, if I can get into it, I can finish a book, but it's just like, I'm not like consistent with it.
Yeah,
I've been
me
reading
neither.
Windwalker by, I forget his name.
Yeah.
It's like Thomas or something, but it was like an old fur trapper in like the 40s.
oh, gotcha.
And I don't know, I can't remember like how like true to life it is, but it's like based off his life with, I think, some like fictional things with it. And
Yeah.
it's been super cool just seeing like how they used to do it, you know, like the Oregon
Yeah.
Trail, like stuff like that, like fur posts, like just super down to earth, you know, like he's married to a native woman.
Yeah,
And
okay.
it's just like super cool. I really like it.
Is that like kind of beginning of the U.S.
yeah.
kind of time? Okay.
Like the first Oregon Trail, like,
Right.
people.
Okay,
Like,
gotcha.
They're like halfway through in like Nevada or something like there, like a little further up. I can't remember like the exact area.
Yeah.
But I would love to get more in tune with the Native American community.
Yeah.
I think that they were some of the most down to earth and spiritual beings on this earth, and that they've been so mistreated
Yes,
and
they
taken
have, for
away.
sure.
But I think there's a lot of knowledge to be learned from them.
Yes.
And I'd love to be able to, not like being I'd love to be, but like not necessarily like being a tribe and like do all this stuff, but like just to be accepted and to
Yeah.
know like,
To kind of like learn their wisdom. a
yeah,
little bit?
learn their wisdom and to know that there's someone like, I don't want to be that guy, but like someone else on their side. You know?
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
know
it's
what you're
such
talking
a
about.
tight-knit community that it's hard, especially with how they've been treated,
Yeah.
to let anybody else in, along with like the Mexican race,
Yeah.
like blacks, like stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
it's one of those things where everyone wants to get in because they have their little thing,
Yeah.
but they keep it so tight-knit because what else are they going to do?
Because they don't have anything else. really.
Exactly. You know, they've been so punished for no reason
Yeah.
that's all they have, you know? And it
Yeah.
sucks that we're stealing their culture
I know.
for monetary gain.
Yeah.
So I would love to be able to tap into that and just
Yeah.
like learn, you know? There's a lot to learn.
There's so much to learn, and I think it's very important to always be learning. And I learn better when I want to learn. So it's
Exactly.
like It's like school hasn't always been the best learning tool for me, but like when you go out and you're like interested in something, it's crazy how fast you learn.
There's a I love Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah.
There's a little thing. It was like, whoa, what kind of snake is this? And they get a book. They're like, wait, if we read a book and learn, isn't that like school? This is summer break. They're like, no, it doesn't count as learning if you want to do it, or like something like that, you know? And it's like, I hate the school system and the college education that people feel they need to get, because it just drains you of your creativity, of your individuality, because you're forced to be there by law. You have, like, one thing I think is fucked. You're forced to be there by law, but you have to pay for food. Like, you have to be there. I feel like food should be something that they have to give you.
Have to give you if you're forced to be there. Yeah.
Exactly. But like, they just drain everything from it. They just make, like, they disconnect the people. They take the genius ones, the smart ones, and they give them what they need, because that's what they like. They like the straightforward, the information right at their hands. But then the rest of them just get left in the dust.
Dude, it's so annoying because like the school system's like a box, right? They teach like a box with straight edges and square corners.
Yep.
But kids or people aren't squares, they're circles.
Dude, we're waves. We're like,
we're like
mythical. We're everywhere, but we're nowhere. Like
we're not the same. So why are you trying to teach us like we're the same?
Exactly. The same classes, the same textbooks, the same material, like for years and years and years.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like that.
No, it's not. And we know it's not like that, but we don't change anything.
No, because we're too scared to stand up and like talk about it. You know, just like when you have a coworker, like you're like, oh, I might get fired, I might get yelled at. Like, to make a change, you have be the change you want to see in the world.
Exactly.
You know, like if you don't like it when people complain about the food at camp, don't complain about the food at camp. You know?
Yeah.
Because the less you do it, like if homies are like, if they're complaining about the food, you're like, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But if you're like, oh, it sucks, you just grow on the negativity. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
What's happening?
What's up?
Outlook Industries podcast, episode number.
Yeah.
What episode are we?
I think this is
5 million.
30.
30? Sick.
It's probably 30. Yeah. Yeah.
What's happening? Talent show?
Yeah.
All right, sick.
Okay, bet. No, yeah, you're good.
All right, kick it.
Yeah, you're perfect.
This is Michael and Marley, Ultimate Legends right here. Love them.
Ultimate legends of these guys right here.
Thank you.
Goes both ways. Yeah, dude. School system.
Whack.
I don't like it. And like there's so much that you can like. Imagine a blacksmith.
Yeah.
In like the ancient or like Wild West times.
Yeah.
They didn't like go to school and stuff. They learned that. They got good at it, and they became masters at it.
Yeah.
In school, you have to like if you don't have your high school degree, you can't do shit.
Yeah, I know.
You're seen as like a McDonald's worker guy, you know? But what if you like construction? You don't need a high school degree to like build a house. Like nowadays you need a technical degree to do it. But like, dude, I don't need to know how to do freaking like how to read like Mockingbird or what like a book to know how to read a blueprint. It's a completely different type, you know?
Yeah.
So and like welding and plumbing, electrical and like rope, like there's so much to it, but they drain so much out of it that it doesn't work. You know?
Well, like inflation, like money, we've seen a lot of inflation lately, but there's educational inflation too now.
Okay.
Because so many people are getting bachelor's degrees, that now businesses want you to have your master's degree because they want you to be special. So it's just like this never-ending cycle of like not being able to get jobs. Like my friends who have graduated with a bachelor's degree and they're like, oh, I'm going to go into work. I'm going to go into the field. One, they get a job that's like, oh, I want you to have 4 years of experience. How are you supposed to get experience if you can't get a job?
When you spend all your time at college.
Exactly, dude. Like that's the 4 years of experience I should have is that 4 years at college. And then they're like, oh, and if you want to actually like get paid good and not like a little above minimum wage, you have to go back and get your master's.
More.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's so many people that will go get their degree and then just get a job that doesn't even need the degree or that like you could have gotten without the degree.
Yeah.
And it just takes away so much from like you're spending a ton of money that you don't have.
Yeah.
You're literally just like a slave to the economy. And then you're wasting your time. Your precious time is all we have.
It is.
Like in the essence of everything, all you have is now. Right now, the present.
Everything else kind of like doesn't matter.
No.
It's weird.
Because you can't control that.
Yeah.
The past and the future are only mental constructs. Like, you can think about what I'm going to do next week or in 10 years, but you can't do it.
Yeah, no.
You can only do what you're going to do right now.
Yeah. It's so, yeah, that's such a good point, and it's such a weird thing to like think about because we are so materialistic here.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are so materialistic and they're like, "Oh, I need that money. I need that I need that new car. I need that new house."
That's the ego
boat."
talking.
Exactly.
The ego
But it's
is
like
very scary. That's the most
you
addictive thing
get
out
there and then you're like, "Oh, I have all this stuff." But then like you haven't worked on like the relationships or whatever, so you
No.
like don't have the people to spend the time with, and you don't have the the experiences and like the memories.
No, you haven't connected.
You just
to
have
your
this
fellow
boat that you can't
life.
use. Exactly.
Life, humans think that we are dancers dancing the game, like the dance of life.
Yeah.
We are not the dancers, but because of the ego we think we are the dance of life.
Yeah.
But since we have this ego and this like higher thinking, because we are more conscious than any other being on this earth per se,
Yeah.
we think that we are the top dog. Like
Yeah.
when they first like looked at the sun, we thought the earth was the middle, you know, and they thought that we were the center.
Because
but we're not.
everything revolves around us.
Exactly, because in our mind it does.
Uh-huh.
In my world, everything revolves around me.
'Cause you're
because
stuck
it's
in you.
all around me.
Yeah.
You know, and
Exactly.
yours you, and that's
Yeah.
not a bad thing per se.
No. It's just
but
how
you
it
have to
is.
learn that it's both about me and about you at
Yeah.
the same time. It's about life, because whether it's a human, a dog, a tree, life is one thing.
Yeah.
It is living. It is being. It is essence.
Yeah.
But we're so disconnected with life that we don't know how to live it anymore. We're so addicted to money and material and all this stuff that we have to obtain that we
Yeah.
don't stay where we need to be and connect with the life around us.
That other people want
Mm-hmm.
to tell us that we need.
Exactly. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
My homie Connor posted a thing on his Snapchat. He goes, life now is like fishing.
Yeah.
And we're just the fish. Like all the ads and all the stuff is just a different
Yeah.
bait, and they're just trying to catch us. The game now is just to not get caught.
Yeah. No
Like
kidding.
whether it's like buying next computer or Instagram or TikTok, like your like self-model, which is disgusting how Instagram and TikTok makes people feel, like the
Yeah.
depression that it causes and all this horrible thing.
Yeah.
It's just one more tool to try and catch you, you know?
Oh, there's so many. Yeah. That try to put you, because if they can get you depressed, then you'll spend money on things to make yourself less depressed.
Exactly. Luckily, I'm addicted to skateboarding.
Yeah. Right.
I can
Exactly.
just go on a sidewalk and do flat ground tray flips, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
I have that outlet, and not many people do, you know?
Yeah.
Like, one thing, since I literally skate all the time, one
Yeah.
thing that I ask a lot of people is, what do you do? You know, like on your day off or like
Yeah.
after work. And like, they're like, what do you do? I'm like, I go skate
Yeah.
all the time. Like, literally, I just go skate.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, what do you do? They're like, oh, I go home, you know, I sit on my phone, I watch a movie, or like sometimes I hang out with friends. I'm like, what? I hang out with my friends every day.
Yeah.
I go skate every day. I get physical activity every single day.
Yeah.
I have something to do.
Yeah.
You know? Like, sitting on your phone is
It's
not
not-
something to do.
it's not doing something.
It's stealing your time.
Yeah.
Dude, there's kids at camp at Woodward that
Yeah.
are on their phone for like 7 hours a day.
Yeah. I know.
And
It's
that's not like
sad. It's sad.
skating, looking at your phone. That is 7 hours of your day stolen. Like, you do not get that back.
Of them just like sitting there complaining about something
Yeah.
on their phones. I'm like,
Half consciously living life.
you can sit on your phone anywhere else.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing it here?
Exactly. You don't need to be on your phone.
Your parents sent
At
you
all.
here to get you off your phone.
Exactly.
I know it.
Like, just because you're not playing Fortnite doesn't mean you have to scroll Instagram.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, dude, that's the thing. Like, you don't need to be on your phone at all.
No.
At all.
No,
You are
yeah.
on this earth one time. You are in the now, only right now. Why
Yeah.
would you waste it? Like, even if you're just sitting in your bed, like, look around. Like, look at the grains of the wood on the bed. Like,
Yeah.
talk to your homie. Like, make up stories. Like, do something, but don't just waste it.
Yeah, exactly.
Every night I go to, we meditate. This week, we've been playing chess. We meditate, and then we go to bed. And every single time, even after a beautiful meditation, they sit on their phones.
Yeah.
And I go, sometimes it's a little more forceful, like, get off
Yeah.
your fucking phone. But, like,
Yeah.
it's like, you have two options right now. You can go to bed and be well rested, get the sleep that you most desperately need because you've been skating for like 13 hours,
Yeah.
or sit on your phone doing nothing. scrolling TikTok,
wasting the time that you could be rejuvenating.
Yes, exactly. Like the necessary things that you need in life are being taken.
Yeah. Well, I have one more question for you.
What is it?
What is your meaning of life and why? I know we've basically been talking a lot about this, but
My meaning?
Your meaning of life.
For me or for life in general?
For you.
For me, I think the meaning of life is to live it. I think my meaning for life is, shout out to my mom, she always said I'd be a teacher. I think that I am a teacher on this earth. I think I'm here to show people the way, per se.
Yeah.
Or, like whether it's meditation, yoga, spirituality, like just life in general. Like, I believe I'm here to both teach and to help people live a life that is worth living.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean it's going to always be a good life, because life is a spectrum and it's up and down. It's good and evil. It's hate. It's love.
Yeah.
And it's impossible to live an all happy life.
Uh-huh.
It's impossible. And some people, like, dude, Michael's always happy.
Uh-huh.
Like, dude, Andrew is always happy. They're always on that higher spectrum.
Yeah.
They're on a higher vibrational level.
It's a choice.
Exactly. And there's some people that are lower, and whether it's born that way or they've trained their mind, there's always going to be both ends.
Yes, there is.
And it is your choice to make whether you want to be on what end or not.
I think it's so much about what end you like draws your attention, and you can train that, because like any situation you can look at it and be like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
Or you can look at it and you can be like, this may not be what I expected, but I love it still.
There's no such thing as a good or bad situation. There's only the situation you are put in.
Yes.
There's like
I love that quote, man.
There's a story.
That's so good.
It's so true too,
Yeah.
because there was like this. There's like a whole other segments, but like one thing that I remembered out of it is a mother's son broke her leg, and someone said, "Oh man, that's so bad." She's like, "It is what it is." And then a week later, he got a draft notice for the army.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good, because he can't go because of his leg. It is what it is. A bad situation can be a good situation, or a good can be a bad, but there is no such thing. It's just the situation that you are put in and how you take it.
Yeah. Wow.
My homie Bryson,
Yeah.
he broke his leg.
Yeah.
He could have sat down and moaned like what I did, and sat, watched TV, and did all this shit for nothing, did nothing, waste his time. No, he didn't. Instead, he went to music for two, so he was already into it, but he produced music.
Really?
He started he started making music, dude.
Yeah.
Like, use your time. Just because he couldn't skate doesn't mean he can't do nothing.
Yeah.
Like, that was just a situation he was put in to bring him something else in life, And that's
for
every
sure.
situation, Take it as you, like, you know what? Food might be good, but I get 3 meals a day for free.
Yeah,
And I think
exactly.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that. I've been hurt most of the time I've been here,
Uh-huh.
but I've been accessible to the athletic trainers. I've been
Yes.
accessible to all this stuff, and I haven't learned a ton of tricks because I've been on this like weird like half hurt, half not. But
Yeah.
I've gotten more consistent. I've gotten more control. I've gotten more in tune. Like, I don't think I've gotten that much better since I've gotten here.
Yeah.
But I've been able to connect with so many people.
Yeah.
I've been able to meet so many the future of this world that I hope to have changed their lives.
Yeah.
Like,
For sure.
just because I'm not skating, which was what I was here to do, doesn't mean that I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, there's a lot more to it than just skating too for yourself, which is totally part of it. Well, thank you so much for being on this podcast.
This is so sick.
Yeah, you killed it. Like, I loved
you.
like most of the things you said, dude. Like,
Dude,
there was
fucking
so
hated it.
many
Like,
good
suck.
quotes in there, man. Like, wow.
I love this because I love I love real conversation. I love
Yeah.
talking and connecting. Like, before this, like, I didn't really know you,
Yeah.
but I feel like through this we've become so much more. Like,
Yeah.
you know a lot into my life, and I'm sorry, I should ask you more questions. Like, I wish I would have learned more about you, but
Yeah.
and like, so real quick tangent.
Yes.
Weed, connected, you get that feeling.
Yeah.
Have you done mushrooms before?
Yes.
Psychedelics?
Yeah.
We're instantly, the feeling.
Yes.
You know that vibration.
It's wild.
Exactly.
Because
But
I just did it for the first time, like, before Woodward, like a couple weeks before Woodward.
Oh, wow. How was it?
And I was with a couple of my buddies, and we like went out into like this really beautiful like canyon.
into nature, yes.
Yes,
Thank you.
and it was amazing. It was
is.
so crazy. But
really
I was
is.
it kind of like it was a great experience and we had the great vibrations, but like it scares me, man.
Yeah,
like you are
powerful.
so suggestible.
Yeah.
Like you feel what other people are feeling.
Yes. 100%.
So you got to put yourself with good people. It's so important.
Mushrooms. There's 2 ways to do it.
Yeah.
You can trip balls, watch TV, whatever, watch the
Yeah.
walls breathe. Or you can learn about yourself. You can learn about the universe, and you can learn about others spiritually. You can connect through, you can feel emotion at its core.
Yeah.
You can know what somebody's thinking. You can be on that level.
Yeah.
The next plane, as some
Yeah.
would say. Do it. If you're going to do it for the first time, do it spiritually. Don't just watch a
Yes.
fucking movie. Go nature.
Yeah.
Nature.
Go in nature during the day
Yes.
in a safe spot where you don't feel sketched out.
Mindset. Be on a positive mindset. Place. Be in somewhere you're comfortable.
Yeah.
And do it with people that you're comfortable with.
Yes.
Don't be in the nightmare, shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, be someone that you want to connect with deeply.
Yeah.
Throw your phone away. Fucking
Oh
put it
yeah,
in a
no,
cabinet. You don't need
your
it.
phone's gone. Yeah.
First
get your phone
time I
away.
did mushrooms, I got lost in the woods at my house on purpose.
Yeah.
Like I went out with a satchel, like a notebook and pen, a little thing of weed,
Yeah.
and a watch. I ended up taking it off my watch because I didn't want to have the concept of time because there is no
Yeah.
concept. Time is only in our mind.
Yeah.
The only time there is now.
Yeah.
So I wanted to not have to think, okay, 30 minutes, I should be kicking. I wanted to feel the kick.
Yeah.
You know? And I had no water, nothing. And I was going in the woods and I was like, I was looking, I was a little off the path, I was like, dude, I could go get lost right now.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna go get
I'm
lost
gonna go
in
get
the
lost,
woods,
yeah.
alone, tripping balls, like just like in the nature.
Oh my gosh.
And that's been the start of my getting on my phone phase. Like so
Yeah.
many positive things have happened to me since then.
Yeah.
And I am so grateful for it and to the universe for showing me that and showing me the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dude,
Where-
I want
where
to talk
could-
forever.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Where can
talk
we
forever.
follow you?
Don't follow me.
Okay.
If you want to see me do skateboard stuff, my Instagram is get off your phone, please. Please, so PLS.
That makes a lot more sense now that I know
Yeah.
you are.
That's about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't follow me. If you meet me, come up to me and give me a hug.
Just learn from this.
I
Just
love
learn from
hugs.
this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like listen and truly believe that the mind is the universe and the universe is the mind. There are so many beautiful things that you can do with this thing.
Yeah.
And karma's goddamn real.
Uh-huh.
So use it, Like if you're good, good will happen to you. If you spread love to this world, the universe will give love back.
Awesome.
Yeah, get off your phone.
Yeah.
Dude, you're literally
Get
wasting
off your
your
phone.
life. Go do something.
Yeah.
Like, even like if you're hurt, go learn a new skill.
Yeah.
Like use your phone as a tool, dude. You have a calculator, you have a camera, you have YouTube, you have all these things that you can learn from.
Yeah.
Don't get stuck on it.
Yeah.
Learn how to juggle and then go do it. But don't like sit, okay, what's the next technique? Figure out the techniques for yourself.
Learn
See
it.
what you do. Go in your own way. Do you have to work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I pretty much have to work.
I'm sorry. I could talk for a million years.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
This is amazing.
Thank you, Dylan, for coming on.
So glad.
It's been awesome. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you guys at home for listening. And yeah, if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. It will really help this channel grow. And if you're on Apple Music, 5 stars would really help me out. Other than that, have a great rest of your day, night, evening, whatever time it is, and get off your phone and go do something.
Have a good now, because that's all we have.
Yeah, have a good now.
The present is a gift.
Peace.
Yo.